Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vionna and I am your favorite YouTuber. In this episode of our Glow Diary series, I've decided to kind of revamp and restart making videos for my Glow Up Diaries again. And so in this Glow Up Diaries episode, I'm basically going to be showing you guys and telling you guys what I've learned about healing my gut and my journey on the journey of healing my gut. I'm currently still on the journey of healing my gut, but I just feel like gut health is so important. Yeah, so before we start with this video, make sure you liked my video because it really supports my channel and it helps with YouTube algorithm, and please subscribe as I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I've learned about gut health and basically the steps that I'm gonna implement, the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna showcase a little bit of my journey with my gut health because I'm still on the journey with it. Gut health is so important because it affects everything in your body. It affects how you digest your food, it affects hormones, it affects the way you process food, and also affects your brain as well. If you don't have a good gut health, most of the times you will have a brain fog and like you'll feel tired, and if you don't have good gut health, most of the time like you suffer from bloating, sometimes even painful bloating as well. You just feel very puffy and have like a lot of water weight, and foods that you usually have been able to eat in the past, it just makes you super bloated. Like gut problems comes from eating too much food so you're intolerant to, or like not giving you gut a break to like recharge, to regrowth the good bacteria in your gut health. Sometimes you might not even have any good gut bacteria that helps with digestion. This is basically everything that I've learned and that I've kind of like, this is kind of from memory. So obviously I'm not a doctor, and please, you know, do your own research when it comes to like the negative effects or the positive effects of gut health and all that, like little facts and stuff. But yeah, gut health can really affect a lot of things in your body, and one thing for me that I really hated when it comes to really poor gut health is severe bloating and just feeling pain, or like just feeling like really bloated to the point where it's uncomfortable, not painful, but just really uncomfortable. Here are the things that I have implemented to improve my gut health. So the first thing, I either cut out or significantly reduce all the intolerances, all the food intolerances that I have. And so the main food intolerance for me is dairy. So basically, dairy makes me feel very bloated, especially different food combinations with dairy, like let's say cheese with bread, or like dairy and gluten together does not mix well. So like creamy pastas, bruschettas, cheesy breads, anything with toast and cheese. If I eat it, especially in large amounts, it does not go well with my tummy. So the best thing to do is to cut it out. But if you're like me and you love cheese, or you love bread, definitely just start reducing the food intolerances, or how frequently you eat it, or the amount that you eat it. Generally, if I have like a tiny bite of cheese, it won't really affect my digestive system. But if I eat a lot of it, that's when it starts to affect my digestive system. If you have like 3 burgers a week, maybe you can just have one instead, or just have a smaller portion of like your favorite mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. In my case now, I will reduce the amount of times I eat it, eat a lesser portion of it. Also, one thing that really set me off is instant noodles. I really love this instant noodle, and it's Samyang carbonara fire noodle. Chef kisses, it is my favorite instant noodle ever, and I would used to have it like once a week, but it really just messed with my digestive system, so I kind of stopped eating it for a while. So it's been 2 weeks since the last time I ate it, and the last time I ate it really set me off as well. That's why I'm kind of like distancing myself from eating that, but it tastes so good. Like, I love this so much. Your food intolerances is like what you enjoy eating. Just definitely just don't cut it out completely, because trying to help improve your gut health and not restrict anything that you want to eat. So just reduce the amount of times you eat and the frequency and the portion of it. And also just try and remember that you're reducing the amount you're eating because you want to kill your gut, you want to not feel as bloated as before. So also think of the benefits as well. So that's the first tip that I have. The second tip is to obviously take kind of like a vitamin. So this is a probiotic that I take. It's just a probiotic I don't know, like I literally just don't know. This is just what it looks like. Take it once every single day, and it's supposed to help maintain your digestive system and your gut health. And also, if I want to eat dairy now, I take lactase, I think, like a lactase tablet. So it just helps relieve digestive comforts when eating like cheese and stuff. So I take one as well before I eat anything with dairy inside it. Not to mention that, so those are the 2 tablets that I take. It's really important to thoroughly have more prebiotics and probiotics in your life. So there's 2 different things, your prebiotics and probiotics. The foods that you eat, that you add into your life to help with these 2, I definitely haven't modeled up, but I'll quickly search it up. So things like garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas, oats, apples, cocoa, all those like foods, even flax seeds, they help with your prebiotic gut health, and that helps to add good gut into your digestive system. So these are the probiotics that I eat to help with my gut health. So what I've learned so far that these foods such as yogurt, kimchi, miso, tempeh, and collagen, bone broth soup is really good for probiotic health. I personally seen a lot of people drink bone broth soup and they highly recommend it. However, I don't like how it gelatinizes when it's in the fridge and it's like cold. I tend to have a lot of miso soup instead because I don't know, I just feel like better, and it's only 2 ingredients. So I use soybean paste, and here's a clip of me making this miso soup. You usually don't need to add any salt because the soybean paste is already very salty. So if your broth isn't salty enough, just add more of the soybean paste and then until you like the flavor of the soup. Usually I use 1 tablespoon per like amount of water, and sometimes I use tofu, sometimes I use seaweed, and this time I'm using seaweed in this soup. And yeah, I also love kimchi. I just like the taste of kimchi and I like the taste of miso soup, so I tend to have those, or I tend to make kimchi soup as well. Yeah, I kind of avoid yogurt because I'm a bit of lactose intolerant, so I tend not to have it. Maybe I should, because I'm lactose intolerant and it has good enzymes inside it, so maybe I can try it, but I tend to stay away from yogurt. Mainly products that I take is the supplement and kimchi and the miso soup. So that is pretty much the probiotics that I use. The step that I did is I just added more things into my life. I have a very hard time sticking to a diet and restricting things. Even like last night, I tried to restrict food and I just end up craving like mac and cheese, and now I'm also not having periods, so that kind of makes sense. But whenever I cheese, I have to take the lactase tablets from now on. Definitely the point of the gut health journey is not to cut out things completely if you struggle with cutting food out. It's only just less of it and adding more fruits and vegetables into your life and more probiotics into your life, so you're okay with like eating less of the other foods as well. I'm still on this journey of my gut health. Haven't healed it yet. Changing your diet is so hard, especially like if you have some foods that you can't eat that you want to eat because it's so yummy. It's a new day to start. But yeah, that is basically how to improve your guts. These are some tips I definitely need to hear as well. This is just the beginning of my gut health journey and I'm so excited to show you guys what will happen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it and find it informative, and I'll see you guys in the